Hello, and welcome to Abby Tyler's Healthy Living. My name is Abby Tyler. I'm your host, a family nurse practitioner, a health and wellness blogger, and a community volunteer. In here, we discuss evidence based health information regarding mind, body, and soul with a holistic emphasis. Thanks for joining me on this journey of health and wellness. Please enjoy the show. Hello, 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 and welcome to Friday Chat with Abby and our 2022 wrap up, the year of 2022. Hi to all of you who I'm reaching on different forums. I stream directly over to Focus on Liberia on Tuesdays because I'm the health contributor, and then I share to other forums too during the show or after the show, and I also have Abby Tyler's Healthy Living in the group. So I just want to I'm taking this time to say welcome. I'm not going to be too long today. It's just our year wrap up in my regular Friday chat with Abby. I haven't done like a show like this for a little bit. So how are you all doing? Hope all is well. Somebody asked me, is this the lighting in here that make me look like I'm 10 shades brighter? Okay, I'm nicely brown complected. Okay, so it's just the lighting, something with StreamYard. So but anyways, I just want to say, thank you all for all of you who joined me this year. Thank you. I don't want to forget anything. That's why I wanted to speak from the heart, but at the same time, I didn't want to forget anything that I had to say. Okay, so just pardon me there for a second. I'm gonna put my glasses on. Happy Friday to all of you. Again, I said I do this because this is the way that I give back to my community. For some of us, we go overseas. For some people, go to different communities. Some people do different things in the community that give back. This is the way I give back. I also participate in health fairs in my community also. So this is my way of giving back. I love what I do. I do have a full-time job. For those of you who know me also, I'm a full-time family nurse practitioner, full-time mother, full-time wife, and full-time daughter and relative and all that. And of course, all of you have the same obligations as well. So this thing we do is a hobby of mine, also something that I really believe in because and unlike most people think that, okay, a lot of people out there, all you have to do is read the internet or read this. There are a lot of people who are health illiterate. It's not so much like, okay, literally illiterate, but a lot of things out there where they put it in doctor speak or provider speak where most people don't understand and you have to be able to break it down. And I do this in the way where I break it down to people who from like the well educated to those who are not as educated as well. So I have to be able to break it down for people to understand. So I enjoy that. You guys have taught me so much over the years. I started this page last year. I think it was like maybe October or so. I already had the regular group going and I decided I was going to do this one. So because after a while you couldn't share from that page anyways, and I wanted to reach a larger audience. But my core audience were always the Liberians first, trying to make my health information more culturally relevant because I used to have Liberian patients and you had to deal with them and explain things differently. As of course, that goes to all of the cultures who are not Americans too. Okay, so that's the way I decided to do this, and I'm thankful for all of you who joined me this year. I wanted to reach 1,000 followers so far, but you know what? We made it to like I think 880, and I treasure all of you. I'm thankful for all of you. Nobody is more VIP than the other person. And I thank you all for those of you who have been with me from the very beginning, from 2014 all the way to today. Okay. I'm thankful for all those who were the collaborating forums. Like I said, I stream directly to Focus on Liberia and then I share it to all the other forums. Okay. Liberian forums and other forums out there. And I thank you all for accepting it. Okay. Because sometimes you share to other forums and they'll say, okay, I'm not accepting this because she's not really active on our forums. Some forums I'm active on, and some forums I don't get active on as well because the fact that certain things may not appeal to me, or like sometimes when like again when you have a license to protect, there's certain places that you cannot be too active on, especially when people come at you and you have to respond to them in kind. So for my sake, I took myself off many other forums before, way back in I think about 6 years now, and I'm on the ones that are like productive. Okay, I'm not passing any judgment. Okay, so this year I had my two former co-workers on who we talked about heart disease and we talked about stroke. Those are things that are very prevalent in our community as African Americans, Black, and also white and other communities also. All right, we'll talk about heart disease, again, stroke. I brought so many different topics, and I've decided to do topics where I know where many people don't talk about, but I brought it and introduced it so it make it easier for you to be able to talk to your family, your immediate family, and your extended family as well. So we talk about plastic surgery or cosmetic surgery. We talk about cervical cancer, breast cancer, diabetes. I talked about how to make sure you're getting information about teaching your teen, your pubescent daughter and son about, when they go into puberty and what to expect and everything, how to speak to the doctors about it. I talked about how when you're transitioning your younger kids, youth into adult healthcare. Talked about not getting information, dominantly from the internet because that can be a little dangerous. So I went through so many different topics this year. I also had my niece on, and I had another friend on who talked about mental health. That's also very prevalent in our community, but people just see it from one dimension when there's so much more to it. We talked about suicide also. We talked about health disparities, talked about so many things. And sometimes there were times where when, some people see like one topic and think, okay, yeah, it's just a topic that she's talking about. It takes a lot to get this up, even though I know the information a lot to, but to compile the information and to make it in a way where everybody can understand it. Again, like I said, I'm speaking to a broad spectrum of people, broad spectrum of nationalities, broad spectrum of educational levels and everything. Okay, and then you're talking to adults of every age. Most of my people are looking at my statistics there and my insights. Most of the people that I speak to are in between the age of 45, 40 to like 56 to 65 and all that. I don't have too much of them lower than 18-year people because most of those kids are not on, young adults are not on Facebook that much anymore. They always say like only old people are on Facebook. They're all on TikTok or IG. Okay. So, but I'm on there too, but I'm mostly on Facebook. But I just want to tell you all, thank you so very much. Okay, thank you all for entrusting me. There's so many other health forums. I mean, you look in there, there's so many health forums, non-Liberian and all that. It's like it's easy to get your information from all those different places. But I thank you that you trust me and you also trust other people. I'm not saying I'm the only person that you get your information from. Okay. So I thank you all for watching. Those who participated during the show when I was on, you do it every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern when I'm on. Those who participated later, those who inbox me, those who became my friends off this forum, those who kept certain things there. And all, I thank you all so very much. All the things I did, I thank my IT team, of course, the people who my back, the background there, how to make it more professional because that's my thing. Really wanted to make it look more professional by the time this year was over, and I've gotten to that point. We still work behind the scenes. So my IT team, I know I can be very, very, very annoying at times, but thank you all so very much for volunteering to help me out. My advisors who would call me and say, okay, yeah, this you did this for the show. Maybe you do that next time. Maybe you should do this. Maybe you should do that. Maybe you should pull back a little bit. Maybe you should introduce more topics. And those who came along, I really appreciate it. Like I said, I've learned a lot from you guys over. I'm not just the one that's teaching. This is like a mutual friendship, and we're all in this together. Because there are times when somebody might say something and that I don't know about, and I go ahead and read. Most people think that when you go to school for this, you know everything. They don't teach us everything in school because there are many diseases that are dominant ones that you know, they put on in your school, and then you learn about things over and over. The same way when I see my patients the night before, I'm reading all about everything about them, all the different things they had done before I walk into that room. I have all that in my brain, and I have everything in the plan and everything set up before I walk into the room, and then I speak to the patient. So basically, it's the same thing. Before I come on here, even though I'm here for 30 minutes sometimes or 45 minutes, I've compiled all my practice and all my information and different articles that I read from, which is peer reviewed. It's not just getting stuff on the internet, because it's very important that you're not just getting things on the internet. And I bring it to you guys. And, like I said, sometimes I'm very overwhelmed by the reception. There'll be so many questions, there'll be so many people watching. And some days when I come on, like nobody will be watching. And there it is, I'll be really disappointed. But, and you go on some other forums, they're talking about, something there's like so inconsequential, and you have like 800 people watching, 1,200 people watching. I have nothing against any entertainment forum. I have nothing against any political forums. People will go to where they find it interesting, and that's fine with, and sometimes I watch the show too. I participate on the show. And sometimes to see those same people who I participate on their shows, on their forum, they never participate on here. They never watch it. They never share it. Okay. So it's, you know what? I like to say, not everybody will like you. Okay, not even some people will like you as their friend on Facebook. They don't like you when you come on professionally and also, and that's okay. Okay, I'm getting older in this field and I understand that. Okay. So again, thank you all. I usually do Friday chat with Abby. I do the reels now. Every once in a while I do a reel. And for some reason it's like only 90 seconds. So not for some reason, but a lot of people seem to gravitate to like 90-second topics and here and there. So I'll do some more of that. And but every Tuesday. So for those of you who followed me this year and those of you who will be inviting people, please, please, I beg you, please, at least, by the end of January, I want to get to 1,000. So invite your friends. Just or share the page. Just invite more people. Once you put people there, the followers, and click the follow button and click the like button and follow through. I promise you, I don't bring anything that's not peer reviewed. And of course, again, like I said, I always do give my disclaimer, but it's always important that we do this. So I love what I do. I thank you all of this. I can make the fancy background. I can do everything else. I can do this. I can do this. But if you guys don't watch and you guys don't participate, all it is for nothing. So I thank you. I'm forever indebted to you guys that continue to be with me every year. Some of you have gone, some of you have come back, and I thank you all so very much. So very much. For those of you watching from Focus in Liberia, I say thank you. Please also join Abby Tyler's Healthy Living page. Okay, because I put a lot of helpful information on during the week. It's not just Tuesday that I'm on. I put a lot of helpful information on during the week. For those of you who are watching me from YouTube, also, I say thank you. And the platform's growing slowly but surely. And all the other forums that have helped me along the way. Again, all of you will be watching this from other forums. I say thank you as well. Let me just make sure I'm not forgetting anything here. Okay, I talked about okay. Alrighty, so again, like I said, I'm not gonna be here long. I thank you all for entrusting me into giving this information. Again, I'm not the only person, but I thank you also very much, and I hope you all had a good holiday. I'm well aware that not everybody's had a busy pleasurable holiday, pleasurable what am I I'm speaking like this politician, sorry. It wasn't grateful, for everybody. It wasn't everybody didn't have a good time. Like this summer, I literally that they say you never know what somebody's going through. I spend most of the summer, okay, like dealing with a family member that had like a life-changing event. And I had to come in here and I had to go to work every day. And then I had to come on here every Tuesday and be able to like give this information and all that. And and I know you all are going through the same thing too. Again, we all there's some days somebody is going to the best day of their life, some days some people are going to the worst day of their life. So I thank you all very much. And part of being a provider and being healthcare, most of your providers and all too are going through so many different things, but you only see them in the professional role. So pray for us as we pray for you, or you don't believe in prayer or whatever it is that you do. Please just let a helping hand out there, or just thoughtful words here and there, because you never know what somebody's going through. Okay, people say these different things and all that, but in practice, they don't. It's like, okay, yeah, you never know what somebody's going through, but then they turn around and do something totally different. But that's neither here nor there. So I pray for all of you who are going through a downtime right now. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve, and I have some fabulous shows next year. I hope I get a lot of people to collaborate with me where they can come on as guests. But again, it's very hard to get people to come on because sometimes they employ your social media policies. Sometimes some people don't like to be on camera, and there's so many other reasons why people don't want to come on. So, but those who have agreed to come on and just schedule to our scheduled on job, not too many people can afford to come on Tuesday. They come on Thursday or Friday or Saturday. So I'm going to try to do it in a way where it's be flexible, where I can get them on different days if I can get them on. Okay. So, but thank you all so very much again. I know I said that so many times. Thank you all so very much. Alrighty, and I have to put my glasses back on and just see something here. I didn't want to make this too long today because I'm sure you guys are getting ready for New Year's, and some people are going to church on New Year's Eve, like we used to do back home. New Year's Eve, we used to do watch night, remember? And it used to be till like in the morning. We'll go to church, then go get something to eat and come back, and we were there till like in the morning. I think one church around here used to do watch night till like 12 o'clock, but they don't do it anymore. So, but anyway, so let me just see here. Comments here. Jackie Jackson said, we also learned a lot from you too. Keep doing what you're doing, and God will richly bless you. Thank you so much, guys. You are one of my biggest cheerleaders. I thank you so much. Sometimes when I'm on the show and I don't see, I'm like, wait a second, where is she? And also, can't wait to see you soon. Alrighty. So, and my in-law, of course, happy New Year's to you and yours and all the viewers. Yes, happy New Year to all of you. All of you, all of you, all of you, every one of you. Happy New Year. May the Lord bless you. May 2023 be your best year and your healthiest year ever. And even if it's not as healthy, do the best you can to eat healthy. Take your medicine. If they give you prescribe you antibiotics, take your antibiotics completely. I don't care whether you're feeling well or not. If you have any issues with the medications, bring it to your provider's attention. And usually I would say, doctor, or it's like provider. Provider would be your doctor or your nurse practitioner or your physician assistant. Okay. So, take care of that and brings to the attention if you have any chest pain, shortness of breath, dizziness, abrupt change in vision or speech, numbness and tingling down one side of your body. Make sure you call 911 because you want to make sure that you're not having any stroke. Again, if your doctor said follow up in 3 months and you have any issues, usually when we say follow up in 3 months, it's a follow up in 3 months or sooner if needed. So if you have to go back and say there's something going on, but I know you said not to come in until 3 months from now, you still can call and then you can make an appointment to come in. Okay, women, please make sure you're getting your examination, your pap smear to make sure you don't have cervical cancer. Making sure you're getting your mammogram for those of you who are age 40 and all that. Make sure you know your risk factors so you can talk to your provider and make sure that they do that. For men, making sure you check in for prostate and all. People over 50, getting your colon cancer screening, getting your shingle shot. If you have other risk factors, make sure you get an pneumonia vaccine. The flu is so heavily around. You guys see that every day on TV. For those of you who haven't gotten your COVID vaccine yet, make sure you go ahead and get that. Check with your doctor. Of course, like I always say, I'm a provider, but I'm not your provider. So make sure you are checking with everybody. Okay, so I thank you all for watching. I thank you all for coming along this journey with me. Okay, 2022 was enjoyable. It was rough. We all had our ups and downs and all, but and it's not over yet. We still have 24 more hours, and so be careful out there. And I thank you all so very much. All the people who helped me this year. I'm more grateful than you ever know. All those who and my viewers, ATHLers. I call you guys ATH. We're all friends. We're like almost 1,000 friends and all. And so thank you all. So for those of you who want to join me next year, like I said, send me an inbox message. And if there's some topics that you want me to talk about, let me know. I will prepare it. And if it's within my scope of practice, I will talk about it or just skim on it and all that. Okay. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is, I do this. It's just not, it's not free. I'm paying for StreamYard and all that too. So it's like you have to pay a monthly fee for that. But I believe in this forum. I believe in you guys. And I love you guys. And for free. We just say I love you for free, sugar. So well, thank you so much. Okay. Happy New Year to all of you. Happy New Year to all of you. And for those who didn't make it into 2022 with us, 2023, 2023, may their souls rest in peace for 2023 and also prior to 2022. May all of our loved ones who they make it with us into 2023 and who may not transition into us into 2023. I don't know. Like I said, there's 24 more hours left. I thank you all. We say, may their soul rest in peace and one light perpetually shine on them. We hold them in our memories. Okay, they will be with us forever and always. Alrighty, so thank you all, and I will talk to you guys. I hope to be on Tuesday, but that's the holiday, and I'll try to see if I can come on Tuesday, or I'll just make a video real quick. Okay, so thank you all, love you all so very much. Have a beautiful holiday weekend. Please be safe, celebrate responsibly, know your limits, and for those of you who will be out with somebody who's drinking, take the keys. Okay, take the keys, or if you're having party at your house, let them sleep on that couch until the next morning. Okay, if you're celebrating with people and all that, one person has to be the designated driver, and the designated driver cannot be the one who's also drinking. Okay, take the keys. Bar owners, house parties, people who are going to a different place, take the keys. I have been a victim of drunk driving twice in my life. Okay. One time I almost died. Okay. It doesn't take much. All right. Take the keys. And you don't have to drink to the point where you get inebriated. If somebody's telling you you're not safe to drive, stay home. Just listen to them. The life you save may be your own or your loved one or a loved one with somebody else. So have fun out there. Be safe. And I will see you guys Tuesday, or I'll probably making it in the Focus in Liberia. I know I don't come on a Friday, but thanks for having me anyway. So thank you all. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for trusting me to give you some health knowledge. And I've learned so much from you guys too. Okay. Good night. God bless. Happy 2023. Good night.